Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Jamaal Solomon, and you are watching the Money Doesn't Grow on Trees interview series. Man, is this all about just opening up my network to you guys? Because I learned during this pandemic that I've been truly blessed to have people that I could call, text, whatever, email, and they get to me right away. And I felt like, you know what? We need to share more ideas because usually the same people that I'm going to just talk for 20 minutes with, we can have hour-long conversations minimum. So, we just open up to the words, there's certain stuff that we talk about today. And today, guys, as he disappears on me because he's too fancy, we got Charnay Phaire. Listen, he's like my brother. I love his family. His wife is like a sister to me. I love his kids. They're doing great things, his whole family. And you're gonna learn we got great chemistry and we're planning to do big things together. But here's the issue, guys. I'm gonna keep it very honest with y'all. I'm very, very petty, right? So for this interview, we're just gonna just let him just kind of just, you know, kind of just see this. So we're just gonna let him just look at the parrot for the whole time. You know what I mean? So if you see me stretch for no reason, yeah, that's the reason, guys. I'm just being petty, guys. So, Charnay, can you introduce yourself?
I understand that Omega Sci-Fi had the best Founders Day ever, or this past Wednesday. So, the community is just feeling remnants of that. So, you feel compelled to put your sweatshirt on. I understand. That's right. January's right around the corner. You will have your time, Jamaal Solomon.
Yeah, so what do you do, Charnay?
What's up, everybody? I can't even speak.
Got
What's
him,
up,
guys.
everybody?
Got
How
him.
you doing? My name is Charnay Phaire. I'm the executive director and founder of Westchester Barber Academy and Westchester Barber Academy Foundation. So you're probably asking yourself, what does Westchester Barber Academy do? Where are they located? So we're located in Mount Vernon, New York, and we consist of 4 different quadrants. So there's 4 different phases to our company. One, we have site contracts. We have 14 site contracts with different organizations within the state of New York. Rikers Island and ACS being 2 of our biggest clients. We're not just restricted to the juvenile detention and prison facilities or correctional facilities. We're also in the local high school. So the way the site contracts work is one of 2 ways. Either we'll send a team of barbers to cut about 50 people in a matter of hours at a nursing home, correctional facility, detention facility, you name it. Or we'll deploy an instructor to go to a facility to teach an intro to barbering course. The intro to barbering course is just kind of giving the snippets of our 540-hour program to let people know that they have transferable skills. If they weren't sure what they were going to do with the rest of their life, they find out that they have transferable skills. They were doing one thing, now they can take those same skills and apply it to barbering. So that's the site contracts. Then we have the barbershop, functions pretty much just like any other barbershop, but with a huge spin on community awareness. And then we have our barber school. So if anyone is aspiring to be a barber, this is where you're going to get your formal training. You're going to take the 540-hour course. You're going to get licensed at our facility, and then you're off, to the world to either work with us at our site contracts, or you can start your own business. We teach you how to do that. And then we are starting our cosmetology program in January, which is going to mirror the barber school. And then lastly, 4th way that our company works is through our foundation. Our foundation is our nonprofit 501c3, in which we are able to, just give a lot to the community, whether it's, backpack giveaways or haircuts for the start of school, or, just showing up at different events, giving our time, everything. So real quick, last year we won a grant with the Department of Mental Health and Hygiene, which we adopted 6 barbershops. We trained 6 barbers to be health ambassadors on the topic of HIV prevention. And in turn, they trained their customers on a crowded Saturday morning on the topic of HIV prevention. So at the same time, we gave them these cards in which people who attended those workshops can partner up with their local clinic and get free and anonymous HIV testing. So that's Westchester Barber Academy in a nutshell.
Yeah, and he's like missing like 3 other stuff that he does beyond that. So now I feel lazy and I don't do enough in my life. So I might have to have a drink after this, but it's all good. I'm
Not
going to get
true.
through this.
Not true.
I'm going to get through this, guys. But let me tell you, because the pandemic just changed my whole view on a lot of things, especially personal, business. And one of them was that I had to cut my kid's hair for the first time. Charnay was like one of the people that kind of taught me. And I'm married to a nurse. And if you're married to a nurse, you know how that is, guys. So she was kind of aggressive when I was getting taught. But this is what it taught me. I always, as a Black person, always paid a barber to cut my hair. So I felt like I took them for granted. I thought that they was always there. Maybe they're replaceable because I always could find one. It feel like it's a million on them. But when I was cutting my kids' hair, and I kind of still do now, I develop a great appreciation for barbers in general, and even people that do hair, like my daughter hair, because it's a needed craft, a needed skill that we just can't take for granted because we just give them, $20, $100, whatever you pay them, and that's that. So it came to me and say, you know what? I want to do more to keep them in business because we lost a lot of great businesses during the pandemic that just wasn't prepared for it. If they would have did the necessary proactive stuff, yeah. And we had some barbers that just wasn't prepared either. Like the whole landscape around my neighborhood kind of changed. So that's when I asked Charnay about the term, about what the hell is that industry called? And then I felt like ignorant because then he said appearance enhancement business. I'm like, why trying to talk all fancy to me? What the hell are you talking about? But it is actually a real thing. And I'm just here. I want Charnay to talk about it because there's a lot of opportunities if you look into it.
Absolutely. So what the appearance enhancement profession is, it's multiple things. It's barbering, it's cosmetology. So you think about your beautician. It's also nail tech, someone who does your nails, natural hair care styling, all of these different things, even makeup, all of these different things that literally what it says, appearance enhancement. But I think the huge part in all of this is that there's opportunity because, you hear that when you were growing up, you probably heard you should pursue your education or pursue a trade. If you were lucky, someone told you to pursue both, right? However, a lot of folks in the appearance enhancement profession don't necessarily have both areas locked down, right? I was fortunate to have a trade because I was pursuing my education. So I actually became a barber in college, and I actually was Jamaal Solomon's barber in college, and that's how far back we go. But when it comes to the appearance enhancement profession, there's a lot of talented people making great money, doing wonderful things. However, the Achilles heel for most are the administrative aspect, how to file your taxes, creating the right business structure, opening a business bank account, all of these things. And I think that our profession, is probably the last to migrate to, all of these online ways of payment and everything. So fortunately, we're here now. But being a independent contractor, which most people are in the appearance enhancement profession, being an independent contractor, most people are not necessarily setting money aside for retirement. They're not necessarily, trying to choose a healthcare system that's going to work for them and their family because it's usually too expensive. All of these different things. So if you're listening out there, and whatever your gift is, you can apply your gift to the appearance enhancement profession. And then lastly, I'll speak about barbers in particular. Post-slavery, barbers were one of the first entrepreneurs post-slavery. So, when you think about that relationship to the community, and in addition to that, real quick, I lied. I'm gonna give you one more thing. In addition to that, barbers in the early 1800s used to act as barber surgeons. So when you see the barber pole, like the one that's on my shirt, you see the red, white, and blue. During the 1800s, barbers used to perform oral surgery. So they were doing teeth extractions, everything. So the red on the pole represents the blood. The blue represents the blood before it's oxygenated. And then the white represents the bandages or the towels. Bloodletting was a superstitious way of purifying the body. And you would hold on to a staff similar like to the barber pole, and there would be an incision made, and blood would be literally dripping from your arm, in which your body, it activated your body into healing mode, because anytime something invades your body, all of your body senses, okay, there's a hole in in my forearm, let me send everything towards that area. So it was believed to jumpstart your health. And then one of the first things that people did when they were sick was that they got a haircut, because that was believed to jumpstart your self-esteem and get you on the road to recovery.
And learning what we can learn from that also is that don't be scared to evolve. It always changes. Your industry always changes. It's not going to stay the same. So, I hope my barber don't take this the wrong way, but I hate that I got to take out money from my bank account to get a haircut, but I could use my debit card for 99% of my life except my haircut. And it's getting to the point now, I'm like, I don't want to go to the ATM to freaking get a haircut. So, guys, I mean, sometimes you got to get out your comfort zone. And I have no problems talking about publicly about my comfort zones that I need to get out of. But, if you're in the appearance enhancement business, kind of think about, okay, how we going to evolve? How can we change and enhance our services? You could do the dopest haircut, but somebody else could probably do just as good. And if it comes to the point that they letting you do online appointments or credit card and debit cards, convenience wins a lot.
And I'll even add to that. And by the way, you reminded me to flick that switch on our website to be able to accept online payments. So thank you for that. But with that being said, business is based off of trust. So if I could consistently trust you to cut my hair, I'm gonna eventually trust you to cut my son's hair. And then in addition to that, as a barber, you're someone's you're their therapist, you're their friend, their fashion consultant, their job counselor, everything. So when you think about it, you're selling the entire experience, right? You're selling you. Before anybody buys into anything, they buy into you first. So the more convenience that you are able to offer somebody, the more you increase your value. So with that being said, if someone doesn't have cash, so in Jamaal Solomon's case, you would go to the ATM, take out $30 or maybe 40, depending on, your tip in your barber. But guess what? If you're able to offer online payments, then you could, he can tip you more, number one. But then if there's a cool shirt, or if you're selling some candles, or, shout out to Brian Watkins, who actually does candles, who really good, by the way. But if you're selling candles like that in your shop, you have a display case, guess what? Someone like Jamaal may say, you know what? I'm paying for this haircut, but you know what? Let me bring this home for my wife. This smells good. Let me let her know that I'm thinking about her. Or, my son needed a sponge. Let me pick this up for him. So you end up increasing the amount that someone is able to spend with you. So,
and as even taught, I even think about this. Let's say somebody give me an option of just like prepaying, maybe like, after 4 haircuts or something like that. I would definitely do that. If you say, okay, maybe I'll reduce it by $5 overall, and that's income that is just steadily coming, that you just don't have to wait until that person come there. So, I mean, I think what me and Charnay is talking about, like, yes, you could be the best in braiding hair, cutting hair, nails, whatever you do in life. Always think to the next level. And the main thing, don't take it the wrong way. Somebody say, you know what if you did this? Because I know a lot of times people get all sensitive and like, cash been working for me for decades, why I need to change that? If you had that mindset, you might not be ready for the next pandemic, because you had that old mindset that works pre whatever situation is
money
going
under the
on.
mattress.
Yeah, so you got to think beyond that. And like I said, I'm gonna do a lot of financial literacy with Charnay stuff. And y'all know me, it's not going to be terms and definitions. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to have real talk. We're going to make sure that you survive and thrive. And that's how we doing, man. But listen, guys, because I know Charnay is a busy person. Charnay, 1 minute. Can you tell them about, how to contact you and any advice?
Sure. We're on the Westchester Barber Academy on Facebook and Instagram. You can also go to our website at www.westchesterbarberacademy.org. We're doing a lot of great things in the community as we continue to teach these intro to barbering classes at Rikers, at ACS. We're actually mentoring, we're big brothering, we're fathering all of these folks that we come in contact with. You know, when you get your haircut, you're under the direction, or you know, the influence of the barber for at least 25 to 30 minutes, 20 in some cases. But that's more than enough time to depart a good word with someone, to offer them advice. You know, to leave you with a good piece of advice is, you know, if you're trying to figure out what you're going to do with your life, you're not happy in a job, you know, start the process. You know, just start the process. They say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. Start the process. Be an entrepreneur, right? Have your side hustle. As long as your side hustle's making you money. Look at this video from Steve Harvey, who just happens to be a Q, by the way. No shade, Jamaal. The multiples of 10. And in that video, he's going to tell you all that you need to know. It sounds really simple, but if you perfect the process and make it better and keep it reinvesting in yourself, you know, there's a lot of time that you have at your disposal, even no matter how busy you are. If you got to wake up an hour early every day or go to bed an hour later every day, you know, that's an hour per day out of 24 hours. But in a whole week's time, that's 7 hours, you know, then 28 hours within a month's time that you could be working on your business. So, you know, start your exit plan, your escape strategy. And then once you're able to build up your business, and you're able to replace your salary, you find that you're able to stomach a lot more at the office or wherever you work, because your focus is not 100% on that particular thing. So we also are going to offer different professional development workshops. Jamaal is going to do Tax It and Forget It. We're going to talk about financial literacy. We also are going to host other workshops when it comes to social media, photography for your business. It doesn't just have to be in the appearance enhancement profession, but you can use this at any place. So once again, my name is Charnay Phaire, Executive Director and founder of Westchester Barber Academy. Jamaal, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to supporting you in the future.
Yeah, he just busted out a lot of like bars and great advice. So if y'all need to rewind that last 2 minutes, it's worth it. But if y'all didn't get his contact, it will be in the description. So there's really no excuse if you really need to find him. And we're gonna make it happen. So Charnay, man, continue on with your day. Tell the family I said hi, and I
Will do,
appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Likewise.
All right.
Appreciate you back, man.
All right, bye.